Okay, Leah, so I'm going to go ahead and do this number 2 with you. So it said, given that D is 1/2 A times T squared, solve for A. Okay, so right here we have A. We want to go ahead and leave it alone for right now. Okay, so what's happening to A? Well, let's go ahead and look at this T squared. So this is A times T squared. Okay, and so what we want to do then is go ahead, actually let's do this 1/2 first. So let's go ahead and get rid of our fractions. So this is 1/2 times A. Okay, so if we have 1 divided by 2, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply by 2 over 1 on both sides. So I'll get 2 times D equals, this cancels each other out, so then I get A times T squared. Okay, and then remember, I want to solve for A. So what's happening to A is it's being multiplied by T squared. So to undo multiplication, I'm just going to divide T squared. So I get 2D divided by T squared equals A. So that is that one for you. Let's do a new slide here. Okay, so I think the next one was number 3, which said the volume of a cone, V, equals 1/3 pi r squared times h. So this is 1/3 times pi times r squared times h. So this is all multiplication. Okay, so it's asking us to find r. So again, let's go ahead and get rid of that fraction. Okay, so get rid of the 1/3. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply by flipping the fraction. Okay, so the 1 and 1 cancels, 3 and 3 cancel, so I get 3V equals pi r squared times h. And remember, we want to get rid of everything. So this is pi times r squared times h. So pi and h are both being multiplied by r squared. So I can go ahead now and divide by both of those to get rid of them because they were multiplication. So I'm going to do the opposite. So now I have 3V divided by pi times h equals r squared. Now, to undo squaring something, the inverse operation is to take the square root. Okay, so when I take the square root of r squared, I'm just going to get r. Okay, and this other one I can't simplify, so it's just going to be the square root of 3 times v divided by pi times h. So that's how you do number 3. And then there's one more. I think it was number 5. Number 5 says, given that f equals g times m1, m2 divided by d. So these letters, the reason I think this is so difficult, or it seems very confusing, is because we're so used to having just one variable or one letter and the rest numbers. But what we have here is just a bunch of variables. So we're just trying to isolate one variable at a time. So this is all still multiplication, okay? So first let's go ahead and get rid of the d on the bottom. So to get rid of that d, this is g divided by d. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by d on both sides. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. So d, these two d's are going to cancel. So now I get d times f equals g times m1 times m2. So remember, I'm still solving for g. So now if I want to get rid of the multiplication of m1 and m2, I just divide by m1 and m2. So it's d times f divided by m1 times m2 gives you g. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions.